We're going to review the Azure Portal. I'm going to show you how easy it is to navigate, how easy it is to create a virtual server and start leveraging those Azure resources that are out there, and show you metrics on the server that give you an idea of how you're utilizing that consumption. I'm also going to go over the Office 365 portal, show how easy it is to download the Office suite, list user accounts, and log into a SharePoint Online instance that is out in the environment. So what I have in front of me is the Azure Portal. I simply went to portal.azure.com and logged in with my credentials. If I did not already have a subscription up and running, I'd be prompted for my credit card, and I could create a subscription on the fly. I immediately have access to these resources to be able to create virtual machines, add SQL databases. I can deploy other cloud services, high availability, MySQL databases. If it's from a technology asset and it has something to do with providing resources for applications and users, you likely can leverage that in the Microsoft Azure Cloud. So going into virtual machines, you can see we have a list of virtual machines here. Some of them are stopped and deallocated. The machines that are stopped and deallocated mean that we're not getting charged for consumption, that we're simply getting charged for storage. And that is a big benefit to an organization that may not need resources running at night. They can cut their costs down by just having the resources turned on during the day. And all of this can be automated based on a time schedule. So going into one of the existing VMs that we have out there, I can see the DNS name, the machine name. I can see what data source. I can see what data center the VM is located in. In this case, it's located in the South Central data center, which is closest to us here in Houston. I can reset a password. I can send a new support request. Everything that I would need to do from an infrastructure perspective to manage this server is at my fingertips. If I wanted to connect to this virtual machine, I would simply click connect. Let's say that this virtual machine has an application on it, and this application needs to access a SQL database. Instead of building another SQL database virtual machine, I can actually use the platform as a service part of Azure, click add, and create my SQL database without having to go through the trouble of building out a SQL server. Let's go ahead and create a virtual machine and show you how easy it is to get started. So one of the benefits of working in Azure is all of the assets that are already in Azure from a virtual machine perspective. I've got all my base images for Windows, I've got appliances or other images that have software already installed on them from other software vendors in the world. In our case, we're just going to create a Windows Server VM. I'm going to choose Windows Server 2012 R2. Going to give it a host name. Going to give it an administrator password and username. Going to choose my pricing tier, and the pricing tiers have to do with what type of consumption I'm expecting out of this VM. These are some of the recommended pricing tiers, but you can also go under View All and get a whole list of different configuration options depending on what your requirements are. So in this case, I'm going to just pick one of the recommended configurations. I'm then going to change the data center that I'm located in, that this VM will be located in, and I'm simply going to click Create. This VM will be available for us to use within the next 10 minutes. We'll be able to log in, deploy our applications, do whatever we need with that VM to leverage the resource we've just created. So now we're going to move into Office 365. So when I log into Office 365, as an administrator or even as a user in this case, I'll be presented with something similar that I have in front of me. I can click Install, and this screen will allow me to leverage and install Office 2013 or Office 2016. And this would be a full install on my machine. Let's say I wanted to install Office on my iPad or my Windows Phone. I have those options here as well. So going into the admin portal, if I was an admin and I was managing this account, I could see all the services that are available here, and in terms of how they are from a health perspective and any planned maintenance that's going to occur. If I wanted to create an account, I could come in here and go under active users and create an account. If I wanted to see some billing information or look at some of the specifics to my Exchange environment, I can do that all from the portal here. No longer do I have to log into multiple servers, multiple interfaces, and manage those assets. I can do it all from a web interface, from any machine that I have access from. Let's say I want to go out and see all the SharePoint environments that I have set up. Simply log into the SharePoint Admin Center. And from here, I can pick any one of these sites to either manage or log into or do anything that I need to from a SharePoint perspective. Going up to the top, I can try out the new admin portal for Office 365. You can see this portal is a little bit easier to manage and navigate. I've got my billing, my apps, my health. I can create a user here, I can delete a user, reset a password. All of this in relation to email services and corporate IM communication and so forth. So we're going to go back into Azure and see how our VMs are doing. You can see our VM was created here. We can connect to this VM. We can reset the password. We have a whole suite of options that we can choose from. So I just want to say thank you for joining this screencast. I hope the information that you have reviewed today with us on this screencast will help you make better decisions in leveraging cloud technologies. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Calvin Gorayaran. You can email me at calvin@randgroup.com. Thank you.